Hello guys, welcome back to Poli channel. This video I want to share about guide for new sailor mechanic and also first mate sailor. Okay, to enjoy watch my video, make sure you turn on this video subtitle and also you can use timestamp that I already provide to go to target topic that you want. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on bell notification to get any update and guide on Black Desert World. Okay, let's start this video content using any feature that I provide. Okay, after 6 March 2025 maintenance update, we just got new update for new sailor system and also first mate sailor. Okay, first about new sailor system with new user interface. And in my opinion, this is huge improvement to get more ship stat with this new mechanic, because even maximum sailor that you can hold on each ship still same. But there are some position that you can place it for your sailor, and some position for your sailor will make your specific stat from your sailor to become double for your ship stat. And this is detailed info about each position for your sailor on any ship. And this position have advantage for your ship stat. Either first mate position, this is position to place your first mate sailor. Sail position, well, cannon, deck, mast, and cabin. And about this cabin position, this is just additional slot that didn't have any advantage for your ship stat when you place any sailor on this cabin. Meanwhile, any other position have some benefit for your ship. Okay, to more easy understanding this new sailor user interface, if you in-game and chat with any wharf manager NPC and go to wharf menu, and if you already take out your ship, to access this new sailor user interface, you just need to click this manage sailor when your ship already outside. And if you click this manage sailor, this user interface will appear. And take notice any type of ship will have different configuration for your ship position. For example, this is configuration sailor for Karak Valor. And if I check Karak Advance, as you can see Karak Advance have more mess but less cannon slot position for your sailor compared with Valor. Meanwhile, for Panoxeon have more cannon slot for your sailor. And this is the tail additional slot for each type of big ship, either Karak Advance, Balance, Volante, Valor, and Panoxeon. For Karak Advance have additional 1 slot mess. For Balance and Volante have additional sail slot for your sailor. Meanwhile, for Karak Valor and Panoxeon have more additional cannon, but for Panoxeon, additional cannon slot is 2 slot. And as I already mentioned previously, each position for this slot have different advantage. For first mate sailor slot, this is just special slot for your first mate sailor that you only can bring 1 first mate sailor for each ship. Meanwhile, for sail, any sailor that you put on this sail slot, your sailor endurance and wit stat will apply double for your ship stat. For example, if I choose this Innocence Goblin, this Innocence Goblin have endurance 3.7 and also wits 1.5. And take notice this endurance, wits, awareness, and strength. This is will represent for your additional ship stat, either endurance for your ship speed, which will increase your ship acceleration, awareness will increase your ship turn, and strength will increase your ship break. And if you want to know more detail about this ship stat, about speed stat, this is how much maximum speed for your ship. Meanwhile, for acceleration, this is how much time your ship can reach maximum speed. Meanwhile, for turn, if your ship have more turn stat, your ship will more easy to turning left or right. And the last is brake. If your ship have more brake stat, your ship can stop more faster by pressing S or backward. But I think this brake stat is the last important, because to stop your ship, you can use some trick to unmount your ship instantly by pressing STSR. So from all these ship stat, mostly people will aim for maximum speed to get your ship as fastest as you can. Okay, now we back to this manage sailor menu. So make sure you're aware to put any sailor on each slot from this user interface. And there are 3 positions from the sailor slot that will double your sailor stat. Either sail, that will double your sailor endurance and wits. It means this slot will increase your ship speed and acceleration. And the second slot is well. Any sailor that you put on well position will increase their awareness and strength. This is mentioning about turn and brake. And I very recommend you to put any sailor on this well slot who have the highest awareness stat to get more turn stat on your ship. so your ship can turn more easy with more turn stat on your ship. And the best sailor that you can put on this sail slot is Innocent Sailor, because as you can see, Innocent Sailor is sailor who give the highest speed stat compared with any other sailor. And if you want to access this sailor sheet, you can check link on this video description. And some tips for you to put your best sailor on each slot. For example, for this sail slot, that I very recommend you to put any sailor with the highest endurance stat. From this new manage sailor menu, you can sort your sailor that you have by its stat by click this sailor stat and then choose any stat that you want to sort. For example, I want to sort it from endurance stat, so I just need to click this endurance stat and you will get list for any sailor from the highest endurance until the last endurance. So you can more easy identify sailor that you want to put for each slot. For example, this is my Innocence Goblin who have the highest endurance stat that I just need to click this sailor and then just click this sail slot to place it. And next sailor slot is well. If you put any sailor on this well slot, your sailor awareness and strength stat will apply double on your ship. And this awareness and strength, this is mentioning about turn and also break stat for your ship. And as I already mentioned previously, better you choose turn stat for your ship, because if your ship have more turn stat, your ship will be more easy to turn when sailing. So you need sailor with the highest awareness stat. And by seeing this table list, sailor who have the highest awareness stat come from realistic sailor, because maximum awareness stat that you can get from this realistic draft sailor is 9.8% when reach level 10. And once again, you just need to sort this sailor stat by its awareness stat and just click your sailor with the highest awareness and click on well slot on your ship. And as you can see right now, I have two sailor that already placed on my ship. And take notice, maximum sailor that you can put on your ship is limited from how much cabin that your ship can hold. For example, KaryaKarsa have maximum 100 point cabin, so this limit cabin point still there from previous update. And this cabin point will consume if you place any sailor, because each sailor have different cabin cost. As you can see, you can check this cabin cost on this menu. For example, this realistic draft have 10 point cabin cost, and the same thing for Innocence Goblin Sailor. But for any other sailor, for example, this Stock Human, have cabin cost only 5 point, and for any other type sailor cabin cost, you can check on this table. And if you're asking about appetite stat on your sailor, this is ratio consumption for your ration on your ship. So the more sailor that you put on your ship, the more quickly your ration will deplete it. Okay, we continue to fill any slot on this ship. And another sailor slot that you need to aware is cannon slot. Because any sailor that you put on your cannon slot, your sailor stat either focus, force, and vision will become double. And this focus, force, and vision is another stat on your ship, either focus to reduce cannon spread when you using focus fire, so your bullet will group in smaller area. Meanwhile for force, this is will increase your range when using focus fire. Meanwhile for vision, this is to increase your angle shoot when using focus fire, so you can aim in front or back of your ship. And more detailed explanation about focus, force, and vision, and also any sailor that will give these 3 stats, you can check my previous video about guide for new sailor and related with focus fire attribute. And there are 4 type of sailor that have focus fire attribute, either realistic dwarf, quick goblin, curious human, and also quick-witted giant. So for more detailed explanation, you can check this video that you can find this video link on this video description. Okay, now the question, which type sailor that you need to put on this cannon slot? Actually, this is depend on your build, that mostly I very recommend you to focus either on force or vision. Because if you focus on force, this is will increase your shooting range. And this is very useful if you want to make your ship as artillery build, so you can shoot target from far away. And if you want to make artillery build for your ship, so sailor that you need to aim is quick goblin, because quick goblin at level 10 will have force stat 9%. This is the highest force stat from any sailor, and you can put this quick goblin to make your ship become artillery build. Meanwhile, another recommendation on this cannon slot is any sailor who have vision stat, because if you have more vision stat, when you on focus fire mode, you can aim your side cannon on your ship with more wider angle, like this. Even if you have more vision stat on your ship, so you can aim more location for your target. And this is very useful either for PvP and PvE on naval battle, because you didn't need to match your ship position to your target. So once again, with sailor that you need to put on cannon slot is depend on your build, but in my recommendation, this artillery build with full force stat is very useful as support DPS when you doing Not War, Siege War, or War of the Roses. So you can support your teammate with your ship focus fire from far position to give bombardment on enemy location. Meanwhile, for daily use, I very recommend to use vision stat, so when you doing any combat, either sea monster hunting or naval battle with any other player, you will have more advantage to aim them without need to reposition your ship when shooting target. And for this vision stat, I very recommend you the highest stat come from realistic dwarf, because realistic dwarf can reach vision stat 48% at level 10. So I will sort my sailor with vision stat and then place my realistic sailor to this slot. And next slot is deck. Actually, any sailor that you put on this deck slot is doesn't matter, because this deck slot didn't give any advantage from your sailor stat. So your sailor stat will apply normally if you put any sailor on this deck slot. But take notice, on this deck slot, I very recommend you to put any sailor with the highest cabin cost, because as you can read on this description, any sailor that you put on this deck slot will increase ship durability by 10,000 points times their cabin cost. So it's mean if I put this stock human that have 5 cabin costs, if I put this sailor on this deck slot, my ship will get additional durability by 50,000 points. And as you can see, right now my karak valor have durability 1,550,000. And if I put this stock human to this deck slot, as you can see, my ship durability just increased by 50,000 points. But if I put another Innocence Goblin, that this Innocence Goblin have cabin cost 10 points, so in theory, I will get 100,000 durability for my ship. If I put this Innocence Goblin Sailor to this deck slot, as you can see, my ship durability just increased by 100,000 points. So the best sailor that you can put on this deck slot from the sailor list, sailor with the highest cabin cost, you can choose this Giant Dreaming of a Full Hull, because this sailor have cabin cost 13 points. So you can get the highest additional ship durability 130,000 points. But take notice, because your cabin slot very limited, so I think better you put any sailor that you want to aim its stat, either Innocent Sailor to get more speed, or any other sailor to get additional force or vision stat for your combat. But for me, I will put another Innocent Sailor to get additional speed for my ship. Okay, next another ship slot is mess slot, and same as deck slot. If you put any sailor on this mess slot, this will increase your maximum ship ration by 5,000 points times their cabin cost. And once again, because when I record this video, the highest cabin cost sailor is Giant Dreaming of a Full Hull sailor that have 13 cabin costs. But once again, another consideration is maximum cabin cost that I have on my ship. So I just put another Innocent Sailor on this mess slot to get additional speed, and also this Innocent Sailor already have 10 point cabin cost, so I will get additional 50,000 ration point on my ship. Okay, that's all special slot for your ship, either sail, well, deck, mess, and cannon, and the rest leftover cabin point. On your ship, you can put any sailor on this cabin slot at the bottom, and any sailor that you put on this cabin, their sailor stat will apply as normal without any other advantage like any other special slot that I already explained previously. So you can put any sailor to maximize your ship stat until your ship cabin point reach maximum, and I personally will put any Innocent Sailor with the highest endurance on this cabin slot, and I very recommend you to put any sailor that you want to level up on this cabin slot. So this is example my recommendation to place any sailor on this new manage sailor user interface that you can customize your ship build depend on any sailor that you choose and also any sailor that you put on each slot. And the last special slot is first mate sailor, and this first mate sailor slot only available on very big ship only, either any kind of karak or panoxeon. Because for example, if I check Aperia sailboat, and any other lower tier ship below karak and panoxeon will have limited sailor slot. For example, this Aperia sailboat only have 2 slot cabin and didn't have first mate sailor slot, so you cannot use first mate sailor on any lower tier ship. And how to get this first mate sailor? When I record this video, there are only 3 NPC that available to hire as first mate sailor, but take notice, this first mate sailor is special sailor that you can hire them and will permanently yours after you get it. So this is like permanent content for your ship. And the good news, this first mate sailor didn't have any stat and also didn't have any level. Even on this first mate sailor info, there are level on this menu, but so far we cannot level up this first mate sailor. And even on this menu, this is also have button to fire your first mate sailor, but previous already mentioned you cannot fire your first mate sailor. So I'm not sure why this first mate sailor still have this fire sailor button on this menu, and I think previous will delete this button and also this first mate sailor level in future update. But I didn't brave enough to confirm to firing my first mate sailor. But if you accidentally confirm this fire sailor for your first mate sailor, just comment on this video comment section. And specialty for this first mate sailor, each first mate sailor have their unique ability to help you when you sailing. Either Proix NPC that will make your skill Breezy sail become have more longer duration, so your ship can dash more longer with your Breezy sail skill. And then for Cleia NPC, this is special NPC that will give you advantage for bartering because she will reduce your Parley consumption by 10% when Cleia present as first mate sailor on your ship. Meanwhile, for Tranan Underfoe NPC, he will give advantage auto repair function on your ship. So if your ship durability below maximum, he will automatically use any ship repair material that you put on ship inventory. And how to hire this first mate sailor? And for beginner, I very recommend you to hire first mate sailor Proix because he is the most easy NPC to hire as first mate sailor. That to hire this Proix NPC, you just need to finish first mate quest from him. But to unlock this first mate quest from Proix NPC, you require to complete the Great Expedition in Xenqn, the Eye of the Moon quest. If you open your quest page and go to Suggested tab, you can find this quest category, the Great Ocean, first sailboat into the Oquilla A. And if you finish this quest, at the end, you will reach this quest, the Great Expedition, in search of Xenqn, the Eye of the Moon. And by completing this quest, this is become requirement to start hiring this Proix NPC as first mate sailor. And more detail how to finish this quest, you can follow my guide about this Oquilla A main questline on this video that you can find this video link on this video description. And after you finishing this Oquilla A quest that I guide you on this video, you just need to go to Familia City, especially on this location on map that you can find this Proix NPC on this location. But take notice, be careful, make sure you didn't confuse with his brother Proix because these two NPC have almost similar name. But our target is Proix NPC inside this building. And if you already fulfill all these requirements, before you talk with this Proix NPC, make sure you turn on all your quest filter on below of your quest page. And after that, if you check quest offer from him, you will find this special quest first mate reunion on the horizon. And you just need to keep chatting with him to finish this quest. And similar for the second quest, for this first method of conversation, to finish it, once again you just need to keep chatting with this Proix NPC 3 times by choosing any interaction on below from this chat option. And for the last first mate quest is Call of the Sea, and same as before, you just need to keep chatting with him by choosing any option at below from his chat option. And after that you will finish this quest and you will get this item first mate contract Proix. And after you get this item, To hire this Proix NPC as first mate seller, you just need to right-click this item, and after you right-click this item, this notification will appear that you have hired first mate Proix. And after you finish use this scroll, Proix NPC as first mate seller will automatically register on your manage seller user interface, and you can put this Proix NPC on this first mate seller slot. And take notice, any kind of first mate seller will not consume your ship cabin point, but this first mate seller still have weight. For example, this Proix NPC have weight 200 LT, that this weight will consume your maximum weight from your ship. And also this first mate seller have their appetite, that this is mentioning if you use first mate seller, your ration consumption from your ship also will increase. And be careful, this first mate seller also have their health that will reduce same as another seller. And this first mate seller also can become sick if their health becomes 0. And to recover first mate seller health, same as another seller, you need this elixir of regeneration if your seller already becomes sick. But to recover your seller health, you can use this chowder that you can cook it yourself by using this ingredient that I show you on this screen. Or you also can recover your seller condition by using this raisin bread from any wharf manager NPC. But another substitute for this elixir of regeneration, if your seller already reached 0 health, other than this elixir regeneration, you also can use this tier of the star. This is premium item to recover your sick seller and also recover your seller condition to become 100%. And about ability, if you activate this Proix NPC as first mate seller, previous already mentioned, he will improve your Breezy cell duration while boarded. And this is some sample footage comparison when my ship activating Breezy cell without and with Proix. As you can see, on the left is without Proix and on the right is with Proix. And I just try to match this Breezy cell timing from my ship stamina to activate this Breezy cell. And as you can see, at 8 seconds from this footage, my ship just start to do Breezy cell, both of them. But without Proix, at 17 seconds, my ship just start to using Abandoned Null. Meanwhile, my footage with Proix still doing first Breezy cell. And different around 1.5 until 2 seconds, my ship that using Proix just start doing second Breezy cell from Abandoned Null. And as you can see, at 26 second footage, my ship without Proix just start recover its stamina. It's mean my second Breezy cell from Abandoned Null just stop. Meanwhile, at the same time, my ship when bring Proix still doing second Breezy cell and just stop my second Breezy cell at 30 second footage. So this is confirming Breezy cell duration will become longer when you bring Proix NPC as first mate seller on your ship. And for the second first mate seller is Cleia. To hire this Cleia, you need to have this golden pocket watch, and to get this golden pocket watch, you can get it from special bartering with set probability. So this golden pocket watch, like treasure item, when you doing bartering and get special barter, you have chance to get this golden pocket watch. And if you have this golden pocket watch, you just need to bring this item to NPC Cleia at Hedel City. That you can find this Cleia NPC. She is Central Market Director NPC at Hedel City that located on this area on map. And if you have golden pocket watch on your character, if you talk with this Cleia NPC, she will offer you first mate quest. Other first quest is first mate memento of the past. And to finish this quest, you just need to keep chatting with Cleia, same as hiring Proix NPC, and then take the second quest, first mate moment of resolve. And same as another quest, you just need to keep chatting with her to finish this quest, and then take the last quest, first mate set sail for New Horizon. And same as before, you just need to keep chatting with her to finish this quest, and you will get this item, first mate contract Cleia, that you just need to right click it to hire this Cleia NPC as first mate seller on your ship. And as I already mentioned previously, if you bring this Cleia NPC, she will decrease Parley required when you doing bartering by 10%, that you can check this Parley reduction from barter information window when you mount your ship. And the last first mate seller on this list is Tranan Underfoe NPC. And to hire this Tranan Underfoe NPC, you need to have this item Fancy Figurehead, that you can get this Fancy Figurehead item by grinding any sea monster on Saltwater Crocodile. And the Saltwater Crocodile monster zone located on Margoria Sea, especially on this location on map, that you need to grinding any monster on this Saltwater Crocodile. And if you're very lucky, you will get this Fancy Figurehead item to hire this Tranan Underfoe. And if you already have this Fancy Figurehead, you just need to bring this Fancy Figurehead item to NPC Tranan Underfoe. He is blacksmith at Familia, that he located on this area on map. And if you bring this Fancy Figurehead on your character inventory when talking with him, you just need to finish these 3 quests. And to finish all these 3 quests, same as another first mate NPC, you just need to keep chatting with him and choose the very bottom option from your chat window. And after you finish all these 3 quests, you will get this item first mate contract Tranan Underfoe, and you just need to use this item to hire this Tranan Underfoe as first mate seller on your ship. And as I already mentioned previously, benefit from this Tranan Underfoe, if you hire them as first mate seller on your ship, he will provide ship auto repair function that your ship will automatically repair even when you still mounting your ship. But take notice, to use this auto repair function, you must have any ship repair material that already located on your ship inventory. And any ship material that you can use is ship repair material, ship repair kit, and also emergency ship repair kit. So this Tranan Underfoe NPC will automatically use all these items to repair your ship durability if your ship durability below maximum. And in my experience, this first mate seller is very important to use if you have Karak or Panoxeon. At least you bring this Proix NPC as first mate seller on your Karak or Panoxeon ship, because by using any first mate seller, you can navigate on the Great Ocean without need compass. For example, as you can see, I'm located at Margoria Sea and my ship bring this first mate seller Proix. And if I open my world map, I can check my exact location on the Great Ocean like I having compass on my character. Even my character didn't have any compass, I still can check my exact location on Margoria Sea. So make sure if you have Karak or Panoxeon, you bring this first mate seller on your ship so you can navigate anywhere, even using auto pet function on Margoria Sea. And with this update, if you already fill all this sailor configuration already okay, you can save this sailor configuration by using this save preset button. And if you click this save preset button, there are 2 slot preset for each ship that you can choose one of them to save your current preset. And for example, if I choose preset number 2 and confirm it, this sailor configuration just save on preset number 2, that you can recall this preset from button on below of this menu. And this preset will apply for each type of ship. But sadly, if your sailor already equipped by any other ship, you must manually unequip any sailor that you have on another ship before you can use it to other ship. But if you only have one ship, you can freely to change this preset anytime, depend on sailor configuration for your ship build. Okay, that's all detailed information about new user interface and some recommendation from me to choose any sailor for your ship. And just comment on this video comment section if you have any question about this content. And special thanks to all my membership for direct support via Patreon, KaryaKarsa, and YouTube membership. And also my current member, DubyaDude, Doki, Snoods, Xoren, Avrilka, Familia, Xenqn, Spacebar Jace as gold member. And also for all my silver and bronze member, thank you so much for all your direct support. This will make Poli channel running and growing more faster. If you want to support me directly, I will very grateful. And as special thanks, I will put your name on my video depend on your support level. And be noticed at some level there are have some limit, so make sure you didn't get run out for this limited space. and I will put your name on every subsequent video that I release for the duration of your support. And if you want to join my membership to support me directly, you can go to any platform for Patreon, KaryaKarsa, and YouTube membership. I already put link for this membership on this video description, or you can check on top right of this video. I already put card for Patreon link. Okay guys, that's all guide about new sailor mechanic and also first mate sailor. Hope all this information can be useful for you. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe to my channel for another guide and update. Thank you for watching. See you next time.